Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Golden Spike, and he is in the Kamikaze R, a premium tier 5 Japanese destroyer. He is on the map Archipelago in a 3-point domination game mode. It's a tier 5 battle, so pretty much a jackpot in those regards, but there are 2 carriers, and carriers can be pretty nasty for a destroyer. But well, he is in a slightly overpowered ship, I suppose, so let's see how it goes. Now, of course, one of the advantages of having a premium ship at tier 5 is that you can pick a very experienced captain, so he's obviously running Concealment Expert. I don't know how much captain perks he has, so what kind of captain he is using, but Concealment Expert alone is pretty useful. This ship goes down to 5.4 concealment, which is obviously amazing. Now, in the beginning, he's just sitting here and taking the sea cap and waiting for this Congo to approach. He has 7-kilometer torpedoes, so the Congo isn't quite in range yet. But this Congo doesn't have much room to maneuver because he has a zone wall, so he can't really turn away. What he could do is he could turn in, so get closer. But right now it looks like this Congo is just happy to sail in a straight line for whatever reason. This Congo is also broadside to basically the entire friendly team. But, I mean, at lower tiers, the ships don't have that much range and they are less accurate, so the Congo seems to be getting away with it so far. But we will see how he can deal with torpedoes. Now, meanwhile, the friendly team has given up A, they are focusing on B and C. Unfortunately, the Isokaze is in a very interesting spot. I'm not sure what the friendly Isokaze is doing here. I mean, if he would have gone B, the friendlies would have probably kept that by now, I assume, because it doesn't look like the enemy team is doing anything about it. Now the Isokaze is sitting here and might just be getting surrounded. Meanwhile, Golden Spike got his first torpedo hits on the Congo, who was basically sailing in a straight line, something you don't want to do. Now at lower tiers, I'm expecting people to just not be that familiar with the game just yet, so maybe they are still learning. But yeah, after getting torpedoed, you might think that this Congo would say like, oh wait, so maybe I should do something, like maybe turn, face the direction the torpedoes have been coming from. No, he decides to, I don't know, just do the same thing again. Now there are some planes incoming and Golden Spike was spotted briefly. But he managed to get out of the way and this Congo is pretty much done for. There you go. Now the friendly team already has lost one carrier. How did that happen? I guess I didn't pay attention, but it looks like the friendly carrier, well, he went pretty close to the front lines, but he should have been in cover behind this island. Maybe he got... No, carriers don't have a kill, so he got torpedoed by the Gremyachny, maybe? But anyway. We still have a friendly Isokaze sitting on the exact same spot, doing who knows what. And... well, the teams are still fighting over the center, still pretty equal, I suppose. Now we have some torpedoes on the way against the Miyogi, who seems to be sitting completely still. I'm not sure what exactly his plan is. Usually you see battleships, if they are sitting still, they usually bow in. But this guy, he is sitting broadside on and, I don't know, doing nothing? I guess in lower tiers a lot of people, they value using all of their guns. They might just be thinking, like, if I'm broadside I can use all my guns, and they value that a lot more than protection. But, you know, I guess they are learning the hard way. I mean, if you're broadside on against torpedoes, it's just you're eating multiple hits. If he was, like, facing this way, he could probably dodge quite a few of those. But it's not just about the torpedoes, it's about all of those ships who could just, here, farm his broadside. Now we have some planes. A Golden Spike left his smoke screen there. Maybe to get just better torpedo angles, because I think this New York might just be reversing. But there is an emerald here, right? Now, he can't torpedo right now, because this emerald is in the way. The emerald might just go down here to those torpedoes, or maybe, oh no, he's dodging. So the emerald is going for a torpedo run, it looks like. And Golden Spike is just coming in here behind and probably wants to torpedo as well. But that emerald is... well, I mean... Golden Spike can't risk it, right? This emerald might just be turning this way. And exactly that's what's happening. So Golden Spike still doesn't have an opportunity to get torpedoes in. He's almost at the New York. But I mean, the New York isn't shooting him, he's shooting the emerald, so at least he was safe so far. And now he's getting torpedoes off. Now usually if you're pretty close to a battleship, I'd hold one launcher in reserve where I can make sure it hits. But the torpedoes reload so quickly that you can be a little bit more aggressive in that way, I guess. Now the carrier here is going for a strike and might actually be both carriers who are here. Now the Tosho is obviously fearing for his life. And he dodge it. Oh, this is going to be close. Nope. Almost. But he is still around. But he can't take another hit. Meanwhile, though, the friendly team collapsed pretty hard, so this will be a hard battle after all. Now, this Hosho should be going down, hopefully. Now, I'm expecting the Hosho to maneuver, so I personally would have spread them out a little bit more. But as you can see, right, the torpedoes reload so quickly. I'm also assuming he's running Adrenaline Rush here. Now more torpedo bombers coming in. I think he's focusing mostly on avoiding those torpedo bombers and was less focused on shooting the carrier. And the torpedoes did this job, he's dodging. So looking good. Now unfortunately, of course, he is getting spotted by those planes and there might just be ships here shooting. Well, I mean, I think this island is still providing some cover. And he isn't done dodging yet, it looks like. But yeah, nicely done. Now, the friendly teams are losing their last capture zone. So the friendly team needs caps, they need to sink ships, and they probably need it fast. I mean, it's still 10 minutes to go, but the enemy team is accumulating points at a scary rate. Now he is turning on his anti-air. Now the anti-air on the Kamikaze doesn't really do anything, but he's probably done that because, well, if you have planes over you and they are spotting you anyway, you might as well feel like you're doing something about it. Now his health is getting dangerously low and there are 3 ships who can potentially shoot him here. Now, he can't really do much about the sea cap. I mean, first of all, he has to avoid those planes. Some of those planes are from the carrier who has been sunk. Maybe all of those planes are from the carrier who has been sunk. I think the other planes have retreated. So if he gets far enough away, he might just be unspotted. Now, the enemy carrier that's still around could just keep him spotted here indefinitely. And that's one of the scary things about carriers. Actually, now those planes are chasing him, right? That's one of the most scary things about carriers currently. As a destroyer, they just can keep you permanently spotted, and basically with one fighter squadron they can completely take you out of the game, sort of. Unless you are one of the few destroyers who has good anti-air, or your own carrier is protecting you. Now there is no friendly carrier anymore to protect him. But it looks like the carrier has stopped spotting him, so that's the good news. Bad news is it's looking really terrible, right? The enemy has just so many more ships, so many more points. This is one of the situations where I think that the friendlies are going to lose this. Pretty likely. But you know, it's not over yet, so maybe there is a chance. Now, what Golden Spike needs is he needs to take capture point. right? He could try going for C. There are still might be 2 ships around. He can't really go for B right now, but of course there's a Kaiser coming this way. So he's moving over towards A. The enemy destroyers are at A. Now with his hit points he can't really gun them down. Not that he's a gunboat in the first place. But maybe he can spot them or something. There are still 2 friendly ships left that aren't destroyers and could help out. Also there's the carrier. Now hunting down a carrier is usually a pretty bad choice, especially in this situation where you really need to take the capture points. Don't wanna go spending a lot of time hunting a carrier, but the carrier is spotted, the map is small, and in a way the carrier is the biggest threat. Because the carrier can negate his concealment, and his concealment is probably his biggest weapon. So I guess going for the carrier might just be okay in this spot, but the Isokaze is doing the job. Also keep in mind that Golden Spike is mostly just avoiding getting spotted by the Kaiser right now. Now the Kaiser is gone, it's opening up the B cap. Now he could go after the Bogue, but I think the Isokaze is doing that, so he's probably just going towards the B cap. Now thankfully the Königsberg and the Bellerophon might still be quite a bit away. So if he is running into the Isokaze right now, at least it's only the Isokaze he's fighting, but with his hit points, it's not a fight you wanna take. Even though the Isokaze is not really a gunboat. Now thankfully the Gremyachny is down right now, and the Isokaze is hopefully taking out the carrier. So he's opening up with his guns here. Armor piercing is probably the wrong choice considering the Isokaze's angle. Well, or maybe not. Well, I mean he did get a decent salvo in here, but he's going to high explosive and this is solved with a torpedo. Now, a mistake that a lot of low-level Japanese destroyers make, I guess some of them in the high level do, is that they just completely ignore their guns. I mean, the Japanese torpedo line doesn't have good guns, but certainly have to use them in certain situations. Now, suddenly, the friendly team's actually ahead. They managed to clear out both destroyers here. The carrier is soon going down. This could very well turn into a win. But keep in mind the enemy team just has so much more points. There is still 5.5 minutes left. But it's going to be difficult. Now let's take a look. The New York is at least at half health. Isokaze is... oh, that Emerald is not looking good. So if they just look funny at the Emerald will go down. Now the Emerald is currently probably unspotted and he's taking the A cap, that's going to be important. Now Golden Spike is grabbing B and maybe, just maybe he can ambush the Bellerophon. Now the Bellerophon knows somebody is in B. So he should know that there is a destroyer around, but he doesn't know exactly where. Oh, he was spotted here for a second, so technically the Bellerophon should know where the destroyer is. And I mean there's a smoke screen. But you know, it's low tiers, so... well, to be perfectly honest, this happens on high tiers as well, but it's less likely to happen on high tiers, I suppose. Now you'd expect that Bellerophon, as soon as he saw the destroyer, as soon as he saw the smoke, to immediately slow down and turn this way, but the Bellerophon thought, you know what? Nope. So, that just leaves the enemy Königsberg. Now there are 2 ways you could play this, right? Hunting the Königsberg or capping C. Now, Kamikaze isn't very good at hunting down a Königsberg because Königsberg is a cruiser. And if the Königsberg would be sailing away, then you can't catch up with torpedoes. You'd need the Königsberg to sail towards you and then get lucky with your torpedoes. So the best course of action would be to grab C. Now, Golden Spike was asking here in chat, I think if friendlies wanted to hunt the Königsberg or if it's going to cap, or maybe he will ask now. Honestly, in his position, I would have gone for C, right? The friendlies are still behind. There is like below 4 minutes left. If he grabs C now, it should go very well. So now he's asking, right, cap or hunt? If he went towards C right after he capped with full speed, he might just already arrive there, and that would be very helpful. Now keep in mind that the Emerald is on very low health. and the Isokase is on very low health. Now the Isokase should be fine because it just can remain unspotted. They have the New York. The New York should be able to punish this Königsberg pretty hard, but if the New York doesn't get good RNG and the Königsberg keeps kiting and burning the New York, there is still a lot of unknowns. The friendlies could be losing like 1 or 2 ships easily enough. And as I said, in a Kamikaze, hunting down that Königsberg will be hard. So honestly, I think I would have gone for C straight away. Now, he is going for C now. And you know what? I think we speed this up a little bit. And down goes the Isokase, which is, I mean, the Isokase got caught, probably by a mistake. He got spotted and he was on so low health that 1 salvo was enough. And now this might just lose them the game. The Emerald, I guess the Emerald is coming back because he wants to help sink the Königsberg. He knows that sinking might be the only way. There is less than 1 minute left. The friendlies still have a ways to go with the capture points. Königsberg is actually charging in. So it comes... Oh, they sunk the Königsberg. So here we are with the results. Golden Spike earned himself 2068 base experience, and pretty nicely done by him. I think not going for the last cap sooner was a bit of a mistake, and it risked them the win. But you know, it all went well in the end. Golden Spike earned himself a devastating strike, a Kraken and a high caliber. He scored 124,000 points of damage, managed to sink 7 enemies and got 3 solo caps. Yep, carried pretty hard, still might not have been enough, but thankfully in the end it was a victory. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.